All right, good late morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader, and certainly not the head tech guy at TradeView Markets because I got things all popping up all over the place. But I apologize. What the hell is this thing? What is this? All right, good. Luckily, it was nothing, you know what I mean? All right, anyway. So listen, it's a little bit after 11 o'clock. I apologize. It's only because the market is breaking low after CPI day. If you listen to coach video, if you saw us in the morning, it's certainly not. And I told you so situation. Neither of us split the atom. Regardless, we put things and we executed that. We put things into play. I want to get to the screen in a second. And it's to no surprise. You know why? It's about, like I said in the preview this morning when developing today's plan, and whether or not it's a cliche, it gets redundant or overused, I'm not going to apologize, but this is one of the days where, much like life, the day is more important of how you finish, not how you start. It's certainly after a couple of hours of trading, it's still on the fence if it's profit taking or a reversal. One thing I'm going to do is get into more, as I post throughout the day, that'll become a little bit more clear, or maybe maybe I won't have to. There's enough volatility in stock picking that's been the theme so far in 2023. So I'll go to I'll sign into TradeGATEHub. And here we are, sponsored by TradeView Markets. I'll submit my preferences. All right. So once again, TradeGATEHub. This TradeGATEHub is just one tab on our site. So when I sign in and you see all what it gives you, certainly poking around in the rest of the site and going to another tabs will definitely not disappoint. So we'll start with TradeGATEHub, which is trying to lead the way here. I'm going to sign in just the same as everybody else. How you doing? Pardon me. All right. So like I said, I'm going to spare everybody what's most important is because I said here, I'm on 11 Eastern, like I am every day. And so, ask for stock questions and everybody appreciate it. Lewis, very good trading. Lewis is very patient. And once of all, I want to say something to Lewis, if I may. From what I understand and what I know of bigger traders, or for anybody out there, coin breaking low, it could have been somebody. See that coach that reversal I caught? I traded that poorly. I scalped it. SMCI. Yeah, exactly. SMCI. You know what, P-Rod? SMCI has been the best of breed. SMC, I have to go through the good job, Percy. You know what? And the good thing is when we have when we're getting more experienced members like Percy, and he says something like SMCI and not something irrelevant. Oh, and it's okay if it's irrelevant, but something like, I don't know, look at Lucid. When he says SMCI, that triggers something in the back of my head automatically. First of all, it's been in the IBD top 20 for about 6 months now, much like an AEHR and like an ISEE. But that's a good eye. We are going to check that out as I digress. Good eye, P-Ron. Okay, I'm going to pause this. So what you have to do is, let me get right into the action. Two things. Watch Coach's 9:30 video, which more than ever, I'm sure he got a ton of views. Blow off top in gold and silver. We discussed it this morning in the room. Now, I've been saying quite honestly that I've been making a little bit of the hard money short in gold. I'm still making a little bit of the hard money. I'm in the position, it opens up on me. And unfortunately, I'm going a little bit heavier than I should, as maybe the proverbial feeler before the reversal. And I'm not really trading the reversal. It's all, I knew it was going to set up into a CPI. It's not like I decided to short AU at any given day. It was leading up to this FOMO blow off top, at least temporarily, like Coach probably discussed in 9:30 video. So urge everybody to go back there, because basically my point is anything before 9:30 or before the number 8:30 was irrelevant. My plan has changed. My day trading plans haven't, because I go to price action and great range and volume, and as there's plenty of it there. But on a macro level, certainly as the market's only open for a couple of hours into a heavy CPI number, into what looks like before a bullish tape, it's yet to be determined. So please trade prudently as we head through, basically late morning up lunchtime. So let's get back at them making some money, trades. Okay, what was the plan this morning and why? First of all, if you know what, I keep apologizing, but I'm not. I cannot tell you how satisfying it is when I wake up. The last one when I wake up and I post and I'm on, and these got coaches posting 13 hours ago. Eifer, way to hang in there, kid. Thanks for posting. You know what I mean? Everybody's making good trades and people execute their play. All I want people to do is, because the last thing anybody's going to argue is that we're not going to be short of ideas on a variety of financial instruments. Actually, what's going on, and even more so, why. But when everybody sticks to their plan and really knows themselves and stays disciplined and takes money out of the market and it focuses on price action and knows maybe even it's not their type of market to trade, but take some money out, I applaud it. That's the most important thing. Bravo, really. It's actually inspiring, even at my level or my experience, if you will. So thank you guys, TJ, bravo. All right, so short-term sentiment is stock picking. Tuesday's post-bell rundown via Goldman. The reading is getting a little bit easier because the trading is getting a little bit easier. You know, things are making a little bit more, a bit more sense, for lack of a better term. Just go through the reading. Anybody wants to comment, please let me know. I don't comment on gold on any really type of research, because it's up for you to digest. Anybody that's on here and is at this level where they're looking at TradeGATEHub, or what I post is not going to need any real help disseminating the information, at least that I give on the streets research. So there's one right there. CTA positioning, Buffett on Bank of America. I don't want to sell it. I take that as bearish. I'm not going to lie, even though I don't think he's lying. I mean, this is the thing. If Buffett, if it's such a marginal position where he even has to take a stance on Bank of America, where it's even brought up, that's bearish to begin with, in my opinion, where he has to like edify his stance. You know what I mean? I get it, but you know, it might be a step backwards before two steps forwards. All right, Riot acting well. There's a chart on the Qs, chart on the IWM. What was moving this morning as Cirrus Logic was down 4.9%. Cirrus Logic now today is what, down what, 10%? Now it's Cirrus Logic is almost down to 20%. So that was a big for what I understand, that was a big movement in the market, why the semis are continuing down. And what Coach would tell you, the semis didn't really need much help continuing down, but that certainly exacerbated the move. So I digress again. This was a sentiment check. This might have been a short-term top. Big tech ETF with just 5 stock launches. So there it is. Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Amazon, and Meta. They announced an ETF top. And they're all down across the board. They're all down sans Microsoft. All right, couple of comments. Heavy red data, so I may not get into the trade today. Fine. All right, Paul will be here tomorrow. God willing, I'll be there a bunch of days after that either. Morning Mike and all, just the back of my screen's dollar getting rammed. You're right. And that's where we keep our eye on the dollar and why the gold trade was prevalent. Silver shorting, bravo, Coach, making moves. I love that. All right, hi guys, Lewis. Listen, Lewis is almost what I think about Zim. I said it about Zim. Zim actually looks good. I should probably buy some Zim with that dividend as the market pulls back here. Here's the chart on Zim. And the reason why it pulled back is because it paid that dividend like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It paid that huge double-digit dividend. It's even a cool stock, Zim. But listen, it's a high flyer. It has it in it. And what is it, a shipper? Go with the other one, Sting, acting well. EURN, Earn, acting well. Shippers, GNK, which was formerly the best of breed. I like that GNK. And the other one was EOSC. That did a private placement. It's EOSC, and I was on it, and it dipped too much for me. It dipped back under 3. You know the new rule for Mike V in 2023. No stocks under 3. There you go. That's how I remember it. Instead of writing an index card, I start the rhyme. Okay. Paul posting GFAI. All right. So I posted GFAI for the active trader. And I should listen, I should know this. I don't know. I'm just saying, for every type of trader and style, we bring it to you. Everything's blowing up GFAI. I got a GFAI guy, just like I have a macro guy. I got a bond guy. I got a bank guy. I got a tech guy. I got a low floater guy. He brings up GFAI, and that was hours ago. I think. Listen, I wasn't in it. I had too much to handle. My fiduciary responsibility, if you will, and I took upon it, and I love accountability, was to the, to the fund and reposition and see what was going on with UAL and BABA. I can't be dedicated to this type of stock here. Either I'm just trading this and I'm in for 30,000 shares or whatever. How much is this in trade? 12 million. I'm either in, 12 million. That's not bad as 1120. So I'm either in 24,000, I trade, stock went from 1680 to 2880. All right. So it actually looks pretty freaking good here. I mean, there's your line in the sand. Basically, it's right here. Your line in the sand is 23.5. I can look here right now to 25. That's your line in the sand. But you know what? Keeping a couple of things in mind. The stock has good price range, good price action, good range, and momentum. And you know what? The stock actually has it in it. So do your research on GFAI and why it's up. It's like, it's up to you. It's you have to do the due diligence thing, because there's going to be a trade like this. My point being is when I'm not here and you guys in the training wheels come off, I want you to know why you buy it, not just that you bought it. You know what I mean? It's more important to know why, even if it's a loser. It's basically saying having a plan in a microcosm. All right, GDXJ, CarMax. I was short this thing. Yesterday. You know what? Look at CarMax. Another one right to the 200-day. I didn't think it would pull back $5. Now I'm long it. I was short it. Then I covered it. I was shorted. Then I bought it back here. I covered 200 shares here. I rebought it. Now I'm up a little bit in it. CarMax. Why did I buy it? Rebuy it. Went right to the 50-day. What was the 50-day? 67.16. As coach says, you can't really, with a stock that has, $7-8, 67. When a stock that has a $6.5, $7 range, you can't really be splitting hairs. So 67.28 was the 50-day. Where's the 50-day here? 67. Wait, hold on. Daily, the 50-day. 50-day was what? 67.16. The low on the day was what? 67.32. All right. So I probably had bids in lower because I thought the stops would be hit. I don't have much. I'm tactically trading. I think I have about 800 shares or something in this thing. What do I have? Big lots. Caramel, I had 600 shares alone. Big deal. I know. But I did come in short and make good money. But I'm just trying to stay sharp. 600 shares. I came in short 4,000. Trade's over. I mean, for the meat of the trade until, late in the afternoon. All right, next. Talk to me, Goose. Don't tell me, don't give me I hate when I have to go to Bueller. It's when Bueller is there, everybody should be insulted. All right, AEM. Everybody knows I've been battling AU. I'm not alone. It's a piker trade. I'm somehow making money in it because it's going slowly every day. It's a hard trade. It's keeping me sharp. But today when I saw AEM here, and I'm shorting more, I'm covering it, whatever. I saw AU open up 27.5. And then I looked down, it was 27.06. So you know what? I had 8,000 shares. I mean, those helped. So then AEM, I saw the same thing. AEM freaking started banging this thing hard. I literally think I drove it down. 58.18 pound it might be, 58.15. Then I short a bunch more, 57.98. So my average price is what, like 58, covered at 57.08 near the bottom. I had a little bit left there, but I had a lot. Now, like I said, the easier money has been made. If you're going to position yourself in AEM now, like AU, it's got to be small. You got to position it. You know what I mean? I just took advantage of the retail early move. That's what I do. You know what I mean? And I'm experienced at doing that. I'm highly trained and do it. So I should not pat Mike V on the back hour. I could have lost. I'm just telling you what I do. It's a high level opinion. Die, gold, die. Ugh. I think that was the bottom, P-Rod, when you said die, gold, die. I'm not going to lie. I do it myself. All right, coach. And I said, let's pivot. Let's get back to business. Took that Tuesday's high. Viola semis weak to boot. All right. Voila. Oh, my God. Sorry, coach. That was horrible. All right. I give you my universe and what I'm looking at every day. The hot stocks are where? Always in like the bottom right corner. CarMax is hot. TJTX is hot. Weight Watchers has been hot. Cirrus Logic has been hot. GFAI right there. XP, I came in long. Nice trade, Mike V. Next. Baba, every major. Baba, you know what I mean. Riot kept going. AMD, P-Rod, you're right about AMD. It's a battle right now. It's the same. I think AMD is a battle, just like I think the market is right now in this late morning. It's that it's, the trade's over. You're going to have to take a stab and position it, incrementally instead of taking a stand on AMD, just saying I'm bullish or bearish. You'll get hurt that way. All right, GFI is the one. We'll move on. Very nice, mate. Thanks, Paul. Mike V, what do you think about Zim? Great question. I kept it going. Nevada. Guys are on good Nevada. And you know what? This is the bottom line. And Coach isn't really a tech player, but he understands what best of breeds are, and he understands what's currently moving the markets. And Coach, if he trades any group, it is the semis. Coach, if you beg to differ. And believe me, I love traders. I grew up on the semis. MU was my top 5 trading stock for 20 years. I love the stock. I love the symbol. I love everything about it. I even almost wanted to move to Idaho, where MU was. Remember J.R. Simplot? Is that his name? All right, Lewis. Lewis is sticking to things that are less is better. Lewis is sticking to, and I can appreciate that. Also, Lewis, we need a little bit of comment from you, please. Nevada on good news. Doesn't matter if Campbell Soup comes out with earnings. Doesn't matter if Chevron comes out with earnings. Just like Chevron came out with earnings, that buyback. Chevron's buyback was right here. Was the daily. Right here. That was the good news. And then the next day they had earnings. So sometimes the best tell out there more than anything, sans option flow and volume, that's basically what we preach anyway, is how stocks are reacting towards news. And it comes with experience. You know what I mean? And you know what? GLD was a little bit of, they got a little euphoric on the open. I don't know if it's over, and I'm not calling a top on gold it this way. I'm going to go watch Coach's video and see. Probably give me a more solid opinion. But as everybody knows, I'm a tactical trader. Paul can't help but posting. Thank you, brother. Love it. SMCI. Let's finish what Percy said. And he's right. Because anybody that is aware of fundamentals and relative strength, as Percy is knows about SMCI. And certainly no one can handle it. Doesn't matter if they make widgets or airplanes. Hell of a stock. Pardon, any questions, guys? I don't want to look at my thing here because then I will get looking at my screen. I'll get distracted and I don't want to lose focus. I'll continue as Michael. I have no problem continuing as Michael. Let's see what the wise guys are doing. The lack of strong setups and many pivot failures could keep me in heavy cash. I'm going to tell you something. If I was half as sharp as Ted was, this kid's an intern. Or I apologize. He was going to be a doctor, and then I apologize, Ted. He may even listen to this. I'm good for that lucky. Sharp as they come. If I was half as sharp as his age, I'd be a different story. I'd still be teaching anyway. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so he's right. He's right. Where am I? Screen 3. No share. He's right, Teddy. New share. There's Teddy. I'm sorry if I'm going overboard. Right. Sharp motherfucker. Excuse me. Sharp kid or gentleman. Okay. So let's stop patting Ted on the back, but we're glad that we have his info and we're sharp enough to find him. All right. Where do we stand after CPI? And I want to see people. I don't want to see these OTT. What is today? Wednesday. I don't want to see these Friday expirations when somebody's trying to make a play on an apple squeeze because, a lot of hedge funds are still short. I want to see somebody backing something big. And you're not going to listen. I'll say this. You can't deny the fact that they've been backing golds. This look at yesterday's video. They backed up this HL. It might have been late, but the biggest moves come at the end, right, Coach? Or Lewis, you know this. IBB bullish. We like to see that. IBB bullish. Nice chart. All right, shop is bullish. That had a nice upgrade this morning. And that is had a nice upgrade. And that, look at that. You want to talk about the FOMO? Closed at 44. Basically, let's call it 45. High of the day is 48. Now it broke the open. Typical trade. I'm not saying you should have shorted. I wouldn't have shorted this. But there's the symbol. There's the try. There's the that once it broke the open 47. That was your pivot to sell. How does it look long term? Holding a couple of moving averages. It's 50-50. It's what I consider the danger zone. Some people are stuck. I wouldn't be surprised if it bounces. Blah blah blah. Shop. It's active. That's what you got to know. And bearish. You know what? I'm hearing this. I'm going to be good too. This Macy's. Look at Macy's daily. And you know why? I saw this Macy's. See Macy's bearish. Hold on. Let me finish the gold bearish. Gap's bearish. EOS, see that? This EOS, again, they're playing it. This is a shipper, isn't it? I could probably just know by looking at the balance sheet. I won't be that cocky. I'll tell you, as I look to see what EOS is, all I see is a lot of freaking World Korean next climate energy strategy. All right, this is a shipper. What is Umbuziam? You know what I have to do? I apologize, guys. We got to know. I'm almost positive that whatever it is, it's taking a lot of option flow because they just did a private placement. And if it finishes above that private placement, what is this? Using headlines. EOS. 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 No, it's an energy company. What the fuck is EOS? Why isn't it giving me it? You know, bar chart used to give you what it does, but something happened where they don't give it anymore because they don't want to be responsible. The stocks that don't move, competitors, industrial services, electrician and machinery is EOS. What else is in the group? Best of breeds. Fry, battery. That's it. Battery. Expon. So EOS a battery. All right. At least I found out. So what's going with the battery sector? XPON, one of the hottest stocks been out there. That could be bought on the pullback. EOS is energy. All right. ENVX, just saw option flow go on there too. So EOS, I can't do it though, but there's option flow. I wasted too much time on this. I apologize. EOS notifications. Should call, in the old days, I called a nasty 2 rejection of futures this morning. More time is needed to work off rejection. He's right. Okay, we'll leave it at that, guys. Any questions? EOS. Check it out. SMCI. Anything else? Let's go back to the market, our main page. Futures making a nice bounce as we were on here. Typical. Look at that bounce. EQQQ. Nice bounce. Where's CarMax? CarMax. Ripping. Where's gold? I don't even want to know. GLD. So the market's ripping back. Newmont. Little bounce. AEM. Actually, it's a nice bounce. 57. Where's AU? Nothing. What's going up? Big Lots, nothing. Look at this Big Lots. What a letdown. Big Lots was one of my bigger positions. And thank God I sold it. And I hammered it, man. There's a lot of shares here. Why does it say 99 shares? That's not even right. Sold like 8,000 shares. This is my thing on Big Lots. Big Lots, executions. Sold 2,000. I sold like 8,000. I sold 4,000, 1190. Big Lots. Why did I buy Big Lots? Because yesterday was taking huge option activity. And it finished at the high yesterday, above the moving averages. Now I got to get out of it and move on and work on, other charts and better things. Big Lots didn't work. Any questions? Here's the main page. If I'm sharing correctly. What's moving? AMD still lower. Nevada. Bob is still going lower. Keep that in mind. There's the daily. UAL I mentioned was in trouble near the 200-day, still below it. Interesting. GFAI coming back. It did the 3 drive up, like Coach would say, right? There's the 1, the 2, the 3. Now, right there. I gave you the range before. I don't know what even I said, but it was probably correct. DocuSign. Zoom, I had that short. Nice short, Mike V. Mike V shorting Zoom, covering it down. Any questions, Lewis? Good for you. Listen, tactically trade. Nobody says, do you think that CarMax could be bullish or bearish? But let's go 4 minutes. Yesterday the stock was what? 61 to 73, $12 range. Trade lightly. You're welcome, Lewis. Thank you. Let's keep an eye on Shopify, what that does. Oils in between. Coin, obviously, big riot, not giving back much. Airline prevalent. Baba PD, JD still a dog. Twilo, D-Dog took a lot of options. I can't figure this stock out, D-Dog. All I know is they keep buying it. Chewy, no good. Zoom, I still think is a short. I'm not going to lie. CarMax, nothing. Should I sell it? Whatever. What else am I in? Big Lots. I keep chasing this bastard down too. There's a bad trade on my point. I should sell it. Where's the 8-day? 1122. There's the 8-day. It's below the 8-day a little bit. Let's look at 6-minute chart. Thank God I sold a lot of it. Thank God. I shouldn't even use that terminology. So listen, this thing should stop where? Right here. There's the where's that took the volume. Boom. So right there, this level is important, 1117 to 1102. This other block down here, volume, again in 1118, 1119. All right, this should be the stop. All right, what am I? How much big lots do I have? All right, I'll buy it. 1,000 big. 5,000 more. They're giving me the bid. They're running away from Mike V. They're scared now. All right, so I'll leave it there, guys. Any other? This net, by the way, I shorted it, and I decided I didn't want to be because I saw when I thought the market was going to be a little bit toppy. I looked at. We know what I look at. I look at stocks with. This is what I look at. Stocks up the biggest percentage with low volume. That means, like FOMO says, when they take up these into a number, the stocks were going higher on low volume. I didn't want to take up a stock like Riot that had, that still had buying power. When a stock is up 6% or 7% on a fraction of the volume, that I want to take it, but net I tried and I didn't want it. The stock looks good. Still looks good. It might, finish down, but that was one I didn't want to play with. So what I'm saying is that was one of the stocks I didn't want to be wrong on. Big lots. They're running for me now. All right, there's my bid. I should go to the offer and have them run. Where is it? Open orders. I'll take out the offer. Ask. Oh, they're going now. All right, what's breaking high here? NTR, TPR retailers. Am I going overboard? I got to go. I'm going to get yelled at. Okay, we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, it's going to be how we finish the day. If you're going to do anything, start small. Don't go into the parking lot of a BMW dealership with the sticker price of $50,000 and say, I'd like to pay $60,000. You wouldn't do that, would you?